sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the North Star State, where the sounds of the Yawler horn and the Skol chant echo throughout U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today is a preseason matchup, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And the talented young man took over as a full-time starter week 6 of last season, showed a ton of promise as a rookie, despite having minimal help around him. His talent and potential, vast. I expect him to have a huge second year in the NFL.
May going to throw right away. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing here is May. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that's because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the shotgun, it's May. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
And the Patriot first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They run once more with Henderson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, New England.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now the pitch to Henderson. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Henderson is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
It's not often you talk about statement drives coming right at the start of a game, but that was some statement there. That drive took them the length of the field, and as I look at the clock, ate up nearly the entire first quarter as well. Great work up front clearing space, and an ideal finish on the touchdown run.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Back on the field after a knee injury robbed him of his rookie season, but he showed a ton of promise in the limited sample size we saw of him during the preseason. Go back to the University of Michigan. You saw an accurate passer who ran the offense extremely well, but don't be fooled by that. He was never afraid to attack defenses with his arm, and he'll try to do the same here in the NFL.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. To the air with McCarthy. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Robert Spillane able to bring him down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now McCarthy, able to get away, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Harold Landry, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Now
2
Dobbs.
at the 45-yard line.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A gain of 7 and a Patriot first down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Vikings 37-yard line.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Dobbs. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready? 65 catch, 60. Here we go, here we go. Next, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
There's Dobbs to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Patriots go up by 2 touchdowns.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Borregales now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Patriots.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Quickly to Addison here. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Looking to throw McCarthy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Here's McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Throwing is McCarthy. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
Well, partner, I'm just going to say this. Whoever did the scouting report for this game is going to get a raise because they've had their number at every turn, and they just buried him for a safety with ease. When you earn 2 points and give up 0 for a half of football, there's not much left you can improve on, even though they'll try.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At his 48-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
A 2-yard gain.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports, quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
That has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down at the 33-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Andres Borregales on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Vikings first down. 1st and 10.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That's good for a Vikings first down.
To the right goes Mason. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Back to throw, Howell. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Caleb Chason, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Let's go.
Now Howell. Under pressure, they got him again. Anthony Jennings providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. Jones on the return. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that'll be caught. And he will get out of bounds and pick up the 1st down. So they catch the defense napping, and the fake spike works to move the chains.
1st down, New England.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. And they're going to speed things up here.
At the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be a yard short.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash.
33-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
A gain of 7 brings up second down.
And Howe will throw it. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
It's now third.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Slot man moves right. Howe now to throw it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Howe. Open man, that's Felton. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
6-yard pickup brings up second down at the 37-yard line.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good.
Here's Howe. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 27.
Throwing here, Howell. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. New England on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Howe, he'll look to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs.
Are you kidding me?
New England's offense set to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Ambry Thomas up to make the play defensively. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now.
Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And out now come the Vikings. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A gain of 7 yards.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now back to throw. Got a man. It's Keyshawn Boutte. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And a Patriot first down.
Henderson running straight ahead. And some room to work. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
The baddest motherfucker ever. God damn.